Are you feeling like your workouts aren't doing enough? Like no matter how hard you try, you're stuck feeling fatigued, weak, unmotivated, and not seeing the changes and the transformation that you want to see in your body. Especially if you're a professional woman who's juggling work, life, going through the menopause transition, it can feel like it's impossible to make real progress. But what if I told you it doesn't have to be this way and that there's a system you've been missing? 7 key functional movement patterns that can transform your strength, your energy, and your confidence. Most women that I speak to are making 2 mistakes when it comes to training. They're either doing workouts that are way too intense, leaving them drained, fatigued, and it's unsustainable for them to keep up with, or they're doing exercises and training sessions that just aren't effective. They're not efficient. They're going into the gym, just winging it, doing whatever machine is open, whatever exercise they saw on social media from their favorite influencer, and they get stuck in this cycle of showing up to the gym and not getting any results. So I want to simplify all of that for you. There are 2 reasons why functional training is going to be what's best for your fitness goals. Number 1, it mimics the movements that we do in our everyday life. The second reason is that it's strength training. So it places the level of tension that your muscles need to respond and grow from. And that's what's gonna give you that outcome of looking toned, defined, and sexy too. So we're killing 2 birds with 1 stone here. We're gonna look fantastic, but at the same time, we're also training for life. So I'm gonna break down each movement pattern, which muscles it trains, and why it's important for you to live a healthier, stronger, and more functional life. The first movement pattern is gonna be a squatting movement pattern. Squats are king for lower body strength, and they mimic everyday movements like sitting down, standing back up, or picking something up from the floor. It trains your quads, your glutes, your hamstrings, your calves. You even have to engage your core in the process as well. Think of standing up from a low couch or bending down to play with your kids. Mastering the squat helps you to stay mobile and independent. The second movement pattern is gonna be a hinging movement pattern. Hinging movement patterns focus on your posterior chain, which is key for things like bending over while keeping your back safe. The muscles that you train are your hamstrings, your glutes, your lower back, and your core. In real life, you can think about lifting a bag of groceries up off the ground, picking up your kids. Hinging keeps your back strong and protected while you're doing these movements. The third movement pattern is going to be a lunging movement pattern, which is key for building single leg strength and balance. It prevents imbalances and improves your overall stability. This is what's called a unilateral movement. The muscles that it trains is your quads, your glutes, your hamstrings, your calves, and you also have to engage your core in order to perform these movements. Again, we want to keep things as functional as possible. Think of climbing the stairs while you're carrying your groceries or stepping over some toys that your kid left on the floor. Lunges are something that helps you to stay stable and coordinated. The fourth movement pattern is going to be a pushing movement pattern. So pushing movements help to build your upper body strength. It's essential for things like pushing a heavy door open, moving furniture, or lifting things onto a high shelf. The muscles that you train here are your chest, your shoulders, your triceps, and again, your core has to be engaged. Think of being at the grocery store and pushing something like a shopping cart that's stuck, or opening a heavy glass door at the office, or one of those big little twisty doors whenever you go into a big building. This movement gives you the power to be able to handle these moments with ease. The fifth movement pattern is a pulling movement pattern. Pulling movements strengthen your back, your biceps, and help you to avoid injury and maintain good posture. The muscles that are trained are your lats, your traps, your rhomboids, your biceps, and again, your core. Think of scenarios where you may be pulling a suitcase out of the overhead bin or dragging some heavy laundry into the laundry room. These movements prepare you to handle pulling tasks effortlessly. The sixth movement pattern is a rotation movement pattern. And rotation movement patterns help you to strengthen your core and help you with rotational tasks in your daily life. The muscles that it trains are your obliques, your core muscles, and your spinal stabilizers. So in real life, think about whether you're twisting to grab something in the back seat of your car or you're turning to pick up a bag. These are the movements that improve your rotational strength. And the seventh movement pattern is a gating movement pattern. Gating is the foundation of human movement, improving your endurance and your overall mobility. And the muscles worked, your glutes, your calves, your hamstrings, your core. What this would look like on a day-to-day basis is walking to meetings, running to catch a train, or simply staying active throughout the day. Walking with your groceries. This is the pattern that keeps you moving. So functional movement patterns are not just about training to look good or for aesthetics. Although you will get those outcomes, your body composition 100% will change. You're gonna fit in your clothes, you're gonna feel the way that you wanna feel, but you're also gonna be able to perform better doing your day-to-day tasks. When you train using functional movement patterns, you're training for life. Any individual who has made a successful transformation with the way that their body looks, the way that their body feels, they were doing some variation of these movement patterns. I know on social media, we see a lot of crazy things, a lot of intense workouts, a lot of HIIT workouts and boot camp workouts and aerobics and all of these different things trying to make fitness seem exciting. And I understand it, to each his own, but when it comes to getting real results, sticking to the basics is always gonna be what's best. You need to find a way to do the basics, enjoy the basics, and love the results that come from doing the basics. There's real beauty in learning how to move your body functionally, feeling strong and able in your body, and feeling confident to go through life and doing the things that you need to do. Not living your life in a body that feels like it's betrayed you or it's incapable. So if you found this video helpful, let me know down in the comments. Also tell me which one of these movements is your favorite movement pattern. If I had to list my favorite two, it would probably be push and lunging. I got a love-hate relationship with lunges. But let me know down in the comments which one is yours.